I'm Stila Webb.
And I'm Shuvom.
I'm going to write my first fiction novel this year.
And I'm going to film it.
And we're going to release one video each week.
And if you keep up with Stila's word count, by the end of 2017, you'll have... Today we're going to talk about the easiest decision you're going to make.
Pricing.
Why is it such an easy decision? Because of math. When you sign up for an ebook distributor, whether it's Smashwords or Amazon, you're going to get about the same cut of your book's price. Amazon takes 30% of your book's price in the American market. Smashword takes about 25%. So the rest of these chunks go right to you. So that means if you set your book's price at $3.99, you're going to get about $3 from either of these companies. If you set your price at $2.99, you're going to get about $2 from each of these companies.
That's just a squiggle. So using simple math, if you sell about 100 books, you're going to get about $300. Oh my god, that's even worse.
Yeah, look who's handwriting now.
This will give you 300, and this will give you 200. If you end up with 1,000 books, congratulations, you've got $2,000 to $3,000. If you sell 10,000 copies, you're on the New York Times bestseller, and you can actually put that on your book for real. So there's not a huge difference here on the pricing for you. There's a big difference here for the customer.
Yeah, a lot of times this $3.99 to $2.99 difference is, the difference between a lot of people not buying your book. It's hard to say what exactly the right price is. We'll link to a Smashwords guide below where the founder of Smashwords says $2.99 is the best price to sell the most books. If you price it at 99 cents, people don't believe they're getting good value. You're treated like a commodity.
Yeah. And a lot of it also has to do with how long your book is. If you're charging $2.99 for a 2,000-word book, it's probably not going to go so well. But if you write a 500,000-word treatise on something huge and it took you 5 years, you can go ahead and sell that for $4.99. That's okay.
Yeah, you can even sell it for more. Like I'll pay $10.99, $15 for a nonfiction ebook if it'll help me. If it's a marketing book, I'm in marketing, I'll pay that much if I'm going to learn something. If it's like, you said a 500,000-word treatise, you could maybe pay $10 for it. But the main point is, you want your ebooks to be cheaper than physical copies.
Absolutely. There's nothing worse than looking at a book on Amazon and seeing that the physical copy costs, $12 and the ebook costs $13. Really?
Yeah.
Really, book publishers?
That's if you actually spend the time making physical copies. As we learned with Infinity Squad 1, I can set the price for $2.99 for an ebook, but making a physical copy is much more expensive.
It was about $15 a copy to have it actually printed. You can actually choose to partner up with a print-on-demand company through Amazon that can get your book to your customers for about $12 to $15. You're not going to get a lot of that money back.
Yeah, the weird thing about paying $15 for a physical book is the author's probably making less on that than they would for an ebook. Your margins are so small on physical books. So, assuming most people aren't going to make a physical book, it's all ebooks, somewhere between $2.99, $3.99 seems to be the sweet spot. You can decide.
And also, don't forget to check your genre and your subgenre and see what similar books are going for and how they're selling. What are the top sellers in your subgenre selling their books at? How big are they? How many pages? Things like that to give you a good ballpark of what you can safely price your book at.
Yeah. Semi-pro tip. Pirates are going to pirate your book no matter what you charge, so don't worry about the price on that. We'll also link to an interesting story about a woman who thought pirates were stealing her third book in a series, and she has an interesting way to defeat those pirates. She put the first 4 chapters of her book up on all these pirate sites over and over again, and when the pirates started reading it, they were like, oh, I want more of this, how can I buy this book?
Because they couldn't find a legit copy of it anywhere, and it was driving them crazy. So they bought the copy.
Yeah, and her sales actually went up by preceding the pirate sites with their own cut-off version of her book. So, pirates are going to pirate, and no matter what. There's pirated copies of Infinity Squad 1 out there on all these sites, and Infinity Squad 1 is free, so I don't understand what they're doing.
Some people are just going to pirate, and there's not a lot you can do about it. It's not as big a deal for a very unknown author as it is for a much more well-known author.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't worry about too much for your first book.
Starting out, pirates are actually your best friend. You want the book to get out there and people to do it, but after you get established, it's kind of weird that they would pirate a free book of yours.
Hey, Hey, still get your name out there.
It's about convenience, probably. Okay. Oh, last thing. For Smashwords, if you make more than $75, that's when they send you a physical check. If it's more than $10, they'll do it by PayPal. Amazon now does it by direct deposit, no matter what amount you make. Even if I make like $1.50 in a Japanese store and $2 in the UK store, and they send that by direct deposit. But if it's at all possible for Amazon, I don't know if they're still doing this. Sign up to get a physical check for your first royalty check, because I always wanted to be a paid author, and this physical check still hangs on my
Paid author.
Yeah. It still hangs on my wall in my writing studio, so I'll always keep this. I didn't even cash this. This is just $80 just hanging out. I didn't even cash this. So sign up for physical checks from Amazon if at all possible. Smashwords, you get to sell more than $75 worth.
So we're nearing the end of the year, and we're trying to decide what we're going to do with this particular channel.
Yeah, Stila's about a month or two behind getting her book out, so her cat call is going to come out around February, we think, if we do the editing and blurb and stuff like we want to do it.
I had to redo my climax because it wasn't originally working, so I'm having to rewrite 6 chapters from scratch and then go back and edit them again. So I'm a little bit behind because that was not working plot-wise.
Yeah, so we'll release another video after New Year's when her book actually drops, kind of a celebration party. You can always email us at hey@getwriting.wang, no matter what happens to this channel. We'll always, answer your writing questions there, read some sample chapters for you.
Other than that, we're not quite sure what's going to happen next year.
Yeah, we're kind of out of topics. So if there's something you want to see done, email us at hey@getwriting.wang and maybe we'll do it. The other option is we launch a podcast where we pair Coca-Cola with different food products and see how that goes.
Either way, going into next year, it's not going to be a weekly show. It's been really difficult this year to get this happening every single week.
And keep writing.
Yeah. But I'll definitely come back a couple of times and update, when I get my cover done, when I deal with my blurb, because I still haven't done those because I'm still writing.
Yeah.
How the book is doing, things like that. And I might revisit some of the topics that we hit on and go into a little more depth and detail, but it won't be a weekly thing.
Yeah. But either way, it's been really fun, talking with you guys, making these videos. It's been a nice catalog of Stila's journey, something we'll remember forever. But it's been really fun, so enjoy your holidays, and as always, keep writing.
And we'll see you next year.
Wang. No more faffing.
He says while faffing.
No more faffing.